Today, I'm delighted to bring you once again to another segment of Daytona Beach Television. I am your host, the Reverend Dr. L. Ronald Durham, Community Relations Manager for the City Gorgeous, Daytona Beach, Florida. Today, my guest is Commissioner Stacy Cantu, and she represents Zone Number 4. We're here at the beautiful Pelican Bay Sports Club. As a matter of fact, if you belong to an organization and you're looking for a place to meet, let me tell you, they have renovated this place and it looks awesome. Welcome to Daytona Beach Television, Commissioner. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me. I'm happy that you're here in Pelican Bay, my neighborhood,
There
for
you
the
go.
last 25 years.
Yes.
And he has done amazing with this place.
Facility is really awesome. It is really nice, and this is a great setting. It is hot outside, so thank you
Yes.
for bringing us inside to do this segment. So let's get started.
Okay.
There may be people who don't know who Commissioner Stacy Cantu is, so let's get started with you telling them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've lived in Daytona Beach over 40 years. I'm married with 5 children.
Okay.
All my children are grown, so I have the time to do this job now. All in their 30s. Actually, today, my youngest just turned 32.
Oh, congratulations.
So she was born at Halifax Hospital. I have 13 grandchildren.
Hmm.
I'm come from a military family, a lot of veterans, and actually we have family members that are in active duty as of right now.
Hmm.
So I've been very involved with the veterans in this community, and I love Daytona Beach.
Yes, you have been quite active since you lived here in Daytona Beach. I think in all of our city, sometimes there are places that you as a commissioner are particularly concerned about.
Yes,
Are there any areas of your zone that are a particular concern to you right now that
absolutely.
you want to really focus in on?
Absolutely is infrastructure.
Okay.
Everyone hears about LPGA. And it needs to be widened. But there's negotiations going on with the state and the county about trading out that road.
Hmm.
The state has taken over the funds. So right now I represent the TPO and they are in the process of the engineering and design. We had moved up the project, I believe, from 2031 to 2021, 2025,
Okay.
last March. We also were able to put $7 million in the right of way for that funding. And you still hear people say there's no money for construction. Well, the reason there's no money for construction, the state has to determine how much it's going to cost. So that's why you have to have the design.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking we're probably still looking at least another 3 or 4 years till we actually see something progress over there. The Dunn extension, we're going to need all those other roads, which the Dunn is a county road as well. I know probably, I think it was actually the last commission meeting, they just funded for the design and engineering of the Dunn extension at the county level. And I know the city, state, and county are trying to work together. I know the city, we passed a project a while back called the INA, and it was allowed up to, I think, the development of 1,834 homes, which the density was lowered to 344, and they were going to pay up to the right of way. So we're all working together to try to get all this infrastructure. Another thing that's really a problem out in the LPGA area is phone cell connection.
Hmm.
And I have been working very hard to get this cell tower, which it's in the works. Right now, it's going to be at the fire station off the LPGA, and we're waiting for FAA clearance right now. But there is talk. So I know my residents are going to be happy. There's talk about having another one over there, over by the utility department over there.
Interesting. That is interesting. So let's switch gears. Those are some of the concerns,
Yes.
but on the positive side, what has made you kind of happy, glad that you are the commissioner of Zone 4?
First of all, I love working and trying to get things accomplished with the residents. Sidewalks.
Okay.
I am call me the sidewalk commissioner. My first month in, I actually campaigned. I don't know if you remember over there off Klein Morris between Pine Lakes and Big Tree.
Okay.
over decades, because I used to own a house over there, and my kids, like I said, are in their 30s. That sidewalk has been missing forever. Well, I campaigned on it thinking it was a Daytona, and it was actually county.
Okay.
But I was able to accomplish to get that done within a month. And you see our bike path that's going on, that we'll work in the city with DOT. Sidewalk over there from Bayberry to Publix. Um, they kept going back and forth for years, saying it's county, the state's county. Well, I looked into it, and Minto was supposed to pay for it, so I was able to get that sidewalk in. Grand Champion, they had missing sidewalks. I'm just like the sidewalk, and I'm working right now on sidewalks all the way down LPGA on the east side. So, and I think we got that accomplished too.
Excellent.
But sidewalks are a big thing, and veterans. One of my campaign promises was the Veteran Museum.
Yeah.
And that was something I was able to accomplish with the commission, of course, and we were able to move the Veteran Museum back to Daytona Beach. So
Excellent.
I was very proud of that. If you ever get a chance, please go by and take a look. It's amazing.
I will. I will. And you've done a lot of work in a very short period of time that I know you're very proud of. And you're commissioner of Zone 4. However, the entire city is under the purview of all of our commissioners and our mayor to make sure that quality of life is great throughout the city. So looking at the core of the city, when I say the core of the city, I mean the heart of the city. What do you think can be done to kind of make some improvements there?
One of the main things is our flooding in the core of the city. That is something that's very dear to me, and I kept going after our congressman. I don't know if you've read that with the mayor calls me, what did he call me, a rabid pit bull? And I know the city has been working on that for a long time, but we finally have the Army Corps coming here. But that's a problem that's very dear to me. We still need help in affordable housing, but I think our city does the greatest with affordable housing than most cities in Volusia County.
And you're absolutely right. I think affordable housing is very high on the list for all of you because it's a major concern, not just in Daytona Beach, but really across the state of Florida. Prices are really astronomical. So that's a big, big thing that.
And I think it's because we have so many people moving here, and our income level wasn't like their income level. So when they come here, like for instance, my son who lived in New York, he had a flat. He was used to paying $3,000, $3,500 for a little flat. And when you come here and you get a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom for that, that's a mansion to them. But for us, I mean, that's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Because of our income level.
You're absolutely right.
Right.
And Daytona Beach is, we are an event town. We have the races, we have Bike Week, we have all kinds of events. So what do you see that are the challenges when it comes to, because our population can explode with some of these events when they come into town. What are some of the challenges we face with being an event city?
Well, I've been here a long time. I remember spring break back in the day and everything, and it was a little out of control, but I think we handle our events very well. Our Daytona Beach Police Department does a fantastic job. There's one thing that I would like to see different is I love Bike Week, and I don't think we have this problem every cycle in the commission about Bike Week, and I think we need to make it a little bit easier for our businesses on Main Street with the bike master plan, because a lot of these businesses have been there for a long time. I mean, one of my neighbors, he actually owns a business there, and he does the same thing every year. It should be just something same thing electronically, and we approve his. And then the ones we don't, they come back and we take a look at it. So I like to try to be more friendly to our businesses during Bike Week.
Okay. There's been some turnover since the last election with our city commission, you being one of the ones coming in, Monica Paris is another. What do you see as some of the strengths of the current commission?
Okay, I might be biased.
Okay, that's
But
that's okay.
I think we have a great commission. We all have different perspectives,
Hmm.
but I think our strength lies in the ability to meet common ground.
Yeah.
And we are able to accomplish a lot of things
Mm.
because we have different perspectives on different things. And we listen to each other. And I actually think this commission is doing great.
Yeah. And finding common ground is really difficult sometimes. So how do you, in the heat of I don't want to say in the heat of battle, but in the heat of discussion, how do you get to that place of pulling all of the commissioners in to finding a solution to the
Yeah.
problem?
Well, communication.
Okay.
I mean, I think we listen to each other
Mm.
and almost, I would say 90% of the time we agree with
Mm.
each other. I mean, and we're looking out for the residents, not our personal, do you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
understand.
So I just think we have a great commission.
It is very important to
Right.
communicate. And so, what challenges, if you could kind of look into your crystal ball, what challenges do you see that we face as a city in the next couple of years?
I'm not sounding redundant, but flooding,
Okay.
infrastructure,
Mm.
affordable housing. I mean, those are some of the main goals. I mean, I would like to see Mason Avenue. We just had a DOT meeting yesterday. After I had a meeting for phase 1, I was very vocal on that when it originally came. I was very happy to see the plans. Um, the commission agreed. We put in phase 2 with the TPO.
Mhm.
So because I didn't want it just to be a Band-Aid and we stop with
Mhm.
Mason Avenue because like I said, Mason Avenue has been the same since I was a kid.
Mhm.
And that's one of the most dangerous and neglected roads to me in the city.
Mhm.
And I feel like we're going in the right direction because phase 1 was absolutely great. They
Mhm.
changed the things that my residents and myself and the commission weren't happy about. And I just want to see it to keep improving
Mhm.
on Mason. So that's one of my, even though that's really not in my zone, but it's something that's been neglected for a while. So,
You're right. And looking at our city and our surrounding towns around us, how would you describe the mood of Daytona Beach?
I,
Kind of a subjective question, but
yeah,
how would you describe our
I
mood?
think most of the residents are happy the
Okay.
way we're, going with the progress. I mean, maybe not always happy with all the people that are moving here. I mean, daily, where we have 1,000 people moving to Florida daily or 1,500. But otherwise, I mean, there's always going to be changes. I mean, we can't stay the way we were.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's hard to explain to residents. A lot of these projects they see has been in the works for many, many years,
Mhm.
and you just can't go back and but we have people moving here, so we have to supply a place for them to live as
Yeah.
well. So,
And you're quite busy.
yes, I am.
Being a commissioner is not the only thing that you're involved in. So how do you kind of balance the public life that you have as a commissioner with all the other private activities that go on in your life?
Well, one thing that's good about me, I'm semi-retired
Hmm.
now. So, time management, and my kids are grown. I do have 13 grandkids and a husband, but they're used to me. I've always been a workaholic. So,
Okay.
and they'll tell you, and I actually have a daughter that's doing the same thing, and I'm like, slow down. But I love working. I love helping people.
Mm.
So, and I think I manage it very well with family
Mm.
and working at the same time.
And you have to be a people person to be a city commissioner because
Yes,
your phone's constantly ringing, somebody's texting you or emailing you, and you have to be on call almost 24 hours a day.
you're definitely on call 24 hours a day.
There's recently been a lot of um, improvements being planned for the ISB corridor
Mhm.
and the beachside in general. So, give us your thoughts on that part of our city here in Daytona Beach.
Okay. I represent the TPO for the city of Daytona, and I'm very excited about the East ISB corridor. I think that's going to look amazing. I think another good thing that's happening, we have the police substation that's getting ready to open up. I think they're having their grand opening in a month or two. I think that's going to help things over there. I think, I keep saying I think, but what I would like to see more lighting. I like to see some more of the blight area cleaned up, which I think code enforcement is doing amazing. I just had a meeting over there today. But I think we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah. And that is an important area because it's kind of the gateway to the beach.
Yes.
And you can't get to the beach without going down ISB in many cases.
You're absolutely right. And that's why I'm saying Mason Avenue is another gateway, even for Holly Hill.
Yeah.
So that's another important road. I'll go back to Mason, but East ISB, yes.
Yeah.
And I think the improvement is going to be great. They just opened beaches over there, and that looks great because that was a gas station there forever.
Yep.
I mean, closed down. I'm going back way back when ABC was over there. I don't know if you remember ABC Liquor Lounge. It burnt down.
Yes.
That's vacant land.
I do remember that.
I mean, so I think with all these improvements, we're going to see big changes.
Absolutely. Did I miss anything, Commissioner, that you want to share with the residents of Daytona Beach before I get you off the air?
No, I don't think so. But thank you for having me. And
well, I want to thank you.
Great.
I want to thank you because there's a lot of work that's involved with what you have to do. And that commitment and dedication means a lot to all of us who live here in Daytona Beach. And we don't always show it sometimes, but we appreciate all that you do to help the people here in our city.
Well, thank you.
You've been watching this edition of Daytona Beach Television. My guest today has been Commissioner Stacy Cantu, Zone 4, and we are in her zone filming at the beautiful Pelican Bay Sports Club. I want to thank you for viewing. Don't miss us because I've got more commissioners that are still coming, and I want you to see each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye-bye.